I can't really see, but I don't know where. Bless greetings to that person that, or those people who just came in. I'm not playing the game yet. I'm just kind of setting up, just trying to see how this thing work. And I'm seeing like a reflection like right here. So it's kind of not looking good for you guys, I think, unless, no, see. But me I work out something. I'm gonna figure it out. Figure out something. Figure out a way to get rid of this glare. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But me just a set up. Just setting up a game, you know? Ranford, blessed greetings. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming, bro. I'm just setting up here for tonight's game. It's supposed to start in about 45 minutes or so. I should have been, you know, trying to arrange this thing. Let me see. Oh, let's see. If I have more. Oh, let's not have more. Oh, it's kind of hard for you guys to see, right? Carly, blessed greetings. Thank you, Volcano, Ranford. Thank you guys for coming. But again, this is just a test. I'm just running this through. This is not a real live. This is not a real live. But since you guys are here, maybe you can help me. So let's say, all right, yeah, let's try this here, right? Okay. All right, so let's say, for example, now, this question here has 6 answers. No, who are you? No bother with the foolishness, you know, my brother. No bother with it. The stay home thing, the stay home. You know, today, you know, be. Oh, you know, in the fuckery. Simple like that, me I tell you. So, I'm gonna read off a question, and then you guys, the first one to give the number 1 answer, I put you down. Then I'm gonna go to another question, and the one who answered that question cannot answer the second question. So I asked the second question in the chat another question. The first person to get that answer, that number 1 answer, those 2 people who got the 2 number 1 answers for both questions, they both get to come up on screen. The description and the rules and everything is in the description of the LS. So let's just try this out. All right. Name something that little kids eat that leaves telltale evidence on their faces. Name something that little kids eat that leaves a telltale evidence on their face. Well, go on, Bullseye. Like I said, this is just a test for the real game coming up in 45 minutes or so. So I'm basically gonna end this on flour is not one. Baby food is not one. Ice cream was number 2. Ice cream was number 2. I'm looking for the number 1 answer, which would be worth 55 points. So baby food, flour, ice cream was done. Um, Bullseye says, sweetie, you gotta be more specific. You gotta be more specific. Very good answer though, Bullseye, but you gotta be more specific. This game is exactly like YouTube, is like Family Feud. Baby powder? No. So I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna stay here too long because this is just a test, and I have some other things that I have to do before the actual game starts. So let's just say Ranfer was correct because he actually did get the only answer that is on the card. That his answer was one of the answers that is on the card. The number one answer was chocolate candy, or but Bullseye said sweetie. So it kind of, Bullseye kind of would have got it, but it has to be kind of specific. So you say sweetie, you should have just said candy, and that would have been good. So in a way, Bullseye would have gotten it, you know, if I was lenient and said, because we know that Jamaicans use certain terminologies for certain things, and sweetie is another terminology for candy. So technically, you would have gotten it, right? So let's say Bullseye would have gotten it, or let's say Ranfer would have gotten it. No, Ranfer or Bullseye get it, but let's say Bullseye, because I'm not even going to say Ranfer. I'm going to say Bullseye because Bullseye actually came the closest. He just wasn't specific. So Bullseye says sweetie, right? Sweetie is the number one answer, and the number one answer is worth 55 points. So this would end here. The second answer, third answer, fourth answer, that wouldn't matter. It's the first number one answer that matters, and that number one answer is worth 55 points. So Bullseye, I will drop the link and you come up on screen. I will ask another question. Bullseye is not allowed to answer that second question. Someone in the chat, anyone in the chat can answer it. When the people in the chat answer that second question, the number one answer, that person who got that number one answer, they will then be able to come up on screen. So it will be two people. So let's just say it's Ranfer and Bullseye. Ranfer and Bullseye will come up on screen. You don't have to show your face or anything like that, but you come up on screen, and then it's the two of you going at it with other questions. So I'm gonna flip a coin. So you guys say, one of you say heads. You guys call out what you want, heads or tails. I flip the coin. The one who gets the head, who gets whatever was flipped, that's the person who gets the first go at the next question. So let's say the next question is, name a food that you hope you got milk to go with it. Name a food that you hope you have milk to go with it. So now that question, though, people in the chat, they can answer, but I'm only paying attention to the two that's inside up on screen. So let's say, Ranfer gets to go for that choice, but he does not guess the number one answer. Yet Bullseye answers the number one answer. Bullseye will get the chance to finish out all the rest of the answers on that card. When he gives a wrong answer, he has to stop. And Ranfer will then be able to answer that question. And if he gets it, he will take all the points away from Bullseye. he would take all the points away from Bullseye and end up getting all points. Each round is 10 minutes. 10 minutes for each round. When the rooster crows, the round is over. After that round, the loser of that round will step down and the winner will stay up. Now, someone else in the chat gets a chance to answer another question, so on and so forth and so on. But like I said, they have to answer it, the number one answer. So Bullseye says that he has it, and I'm not leaving these questions out. I'm not leaving these questions that I just asked out. So they will be part of the game. So you guys can pay attention and, you know, if the game goes along a lot as smooth as it should, hopefully we're going to switch it over and play fast money. Again, this game here is just for fun. I'm not giving any prizes away today on this one. It's just, we're just doing it for fun, trying to get into it. The next time I do it, most likely there will be prizes for it. This one is just more kind of to get the hang of it, and it's gonna go on like that for a while, and that's why I'm calling it YouTube Feud, because it's YouTubers that are going against each other. Now, when you do get selected to come up on screen, I am going to ask you to give briefly 1 minute or 30 seconds. Explain what your channel is all about and why, you know, what you're doing on YouTube and so people who are listening can hear you, see you, and stuff like that. I will go to the next participant and do the same thing with them. They will then tell, you know, what their channel is about, and then we go into the question. Same exact thing as Family Feud, but this is not Family Feud that I'm playing. It's YouTube I'm playing it on, so it's kind of, I'm putting some type of creativity towards it. So again, I hope you guys understand. Shane, bless, welcome. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Like I said, you probably wasn't here when I said it, but this is not the actual live. I was just testing. I want to set up my lighting and see how everything goes. I'm not sure if you guys can read the screen or the board correctly because of the glare that is actually could go like that though, right? It's still a glare in it though. It's still a glare in it, but we'll figure it out. So something we'll figure it out. So again, within the next, if I'm not late, hopefully I'm not late, we're going to say the next half hour or so, 35 minutes to a half hour, I will be starting the actual game. So you guys feel free to, if you see the actual game, feel free to, you know, copy it, share it, send it out, and all those things. And as usual, Servant David said, love, manners, and elevation. Thanks for helping out with this little tester. I'm about to go get ready and try to, you know, get everything situated. Yeah. So thank you again. Manners, love, and elevation to each and every one of you. Manners. Yeah. Servant says so. I'm out.